Okay, here we are on the convent of the Franciscan friars. I'm gonna make this footage for the because of the tours Hago, because my clients from the Hago, my guests actually, normally they don't see what I'm about to show, because all this place, it's built inside of mother rock, granite rock, so it doesn't allow, it jams the signal, the Wi-Fi. So anyway, what I'm about to show you, it's the room of the chapter, the infirmary, the dining room and the kitchen, the cells of the monks, and the bathing room, which was community bathing room. So they used to bathe, although this was 16th century. They used to bathe to wash themselves because of purification purposes. Anyway, let's enter here. Okay, my name is Francisco. I'm a local guide. I used to come here many years ago when this was abandoned and vandalized. Yeah, all kinds of weird stuff happened here. Anyway, I want to show you first the first stop when we enter here. As you can see, this is called also the Cork convent, because the only insulation that they had, the monks, when they lived here, was cork. So anyway, this is called the room of the chapter. The room of the chapter, because it was here that the friars used to meet to have their communitary, their group meetings. Okay, here was the group meetings. The group meetings, they used to sit here around this. And first they read a chapter. That's why it's called the room of the chapter. A chapter from the rules of the Franciscan vows. And pray. And then they had the meetings where they decide to do things. In the way they voted, it was very interesting, peculiar, because they voted on a democratic way. And each monk had two beans, one black and one white, and there was the debate of the thing to decide, and then each of one, if he wanted to vote in favor, he used the white. If he wanted to vote against, he would use the black. So in the end, they counted all of them. If it was more white than black, it will pass. It was approved. If it was just black, it wasn't approved. So anyway, that's the way that they used to use this room. So anyway, and also to recognize sins in front of the other brothers. Well, this is my favorite organization in the entire Christianity. My favorite monks. I'm called. It's not a coincidence that I'm called Francisco. Franciscan monks. So anyway, so as you can see here, this is the table of the dining room where they used to eat. Of course, they didn't have chairs. They used to eat sit like this. Okay, sit in this like this in this table. Yeah, there's big rock there. And they used to, the food was taken from this small window, which is the kitchen, which we will see. There was like a fire here, fire log, oven here also. This chimney. No. It was not a big thing, so this is to pass the food to the table. Yeah, it's not a lot of space to... So anyway, we'll go here. This was one of the cells, but this was the infirmary here. This was the infirmary. And this specific room in front, this was the infirmary here. They used to, because this was a center of healing. They used to take care of spiritual and physical wounds here, because they had a big knowledge, a huge knowledge about medicinal herbs. They were very wise. So this room, it's very dark, because it was the room where the monks used to stay for meditation in complete darkness, just to contemplate. Sometimes the saints, sometimes contemplation of God, sometimes just retreat from the other community, from the other members. There's more cells for the infirmary. Another one. This was one of the rooms of the Friar Superior. Kind of a bed. It was much more luxurious than the other ones. So anyway, more infirmaries, the rooms of the infirmary. A lot of kings and diplomats and important counts, nobles used to come here to seek guidance and wisdom. Anyway, let's proceed to the bathing room, which is this. It has it's not running, but this was a fresh water from a fountain. We used to supply this because this was the bathroom. This is where they do their physical necessities, the latrines and the washroom. In the medieval, this is a 16th century convent, so it's like very interesting to see that they used to see the washing and hygiene from the purification point of view, which is interesting. There's supposed to be a mark here on the floor, because I think it's here, from here forward, it's silence. It's supposed to be silent, okay? These are the cells of the monks. They were small. It was not possible to be standing, because that was a purpose, to be humble, live in humility, living in punishing, trying to not have any wishes, don't live outside the earth, live in the spirit, complete spirituality. So it was supposed, this was the cells of the monks. Here, small one. They have only hay on the ground on top of cork, like this. There's another cell. They don't vary much. I like this, small ones. This was another room where the superior monk retreat also to meditate. It's the basically it's a dormitory here. All of this. This was another praying place. It was one of the most used church, and where they read passages and pray together. So, the chapel. This chapel, the monks used to come from there and do the celebrations here, because this was the altar to the chapel. This wood marks the place that was just reserved just for the monks. From here on, the pilgrims, people that came here in a pilgrimage to be with the monks, they could stay here. It says here this was the noble that built this, Dom Álvaro de Castro, Viceroy of India. That's his coat of arms. And it's the chapel. The chapel. It's carved here completely in mother rock, as you can see, in granite. So, anyway, I was the entrance, and this is all for today. Yeah, I hope you enjoy. This is just a small view of the convent, especially the inside of the rooms in the dormitory. And thanks for attending. Bye bye. Nice to have you. Thank you.